47-yard run.
There you go, baby. There you go. There you go, Legon. There you go, Chapman! There you go, baby! There you go! Come get you some of that dinner bell! Get that dinner triangle! There you go! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Yeah! Come on! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! There you go! Hey everybody, welcome back to Lit Medallion. Like I said, I was going to make another video today because my last video got very long-winded because there's some other things I want to talk about. Plus, I wanted to, as you can see at the beginning of this video, you saw all the turnovers that where they got to ring the dinner bell, the dinner triangle. So I wanted to be able to add that because those add up, makes the video a little longer. But there's another thing I want to talk about. We had star power at the game. We had some San Antonio heroes at the game. Military appreciation, lots of heroes for there. But I'm talking sports heroes, right? First one was Tony Parker. Tony Parker walks right by. I recognize him. I yell, Tony Parker, yeah! I mean, Tony. Doesn't even acknowledge me till he gets to the next freaking section. Frenchman. What are you going to do with him? Let me give you a story. So back in the 90s, when Terminator 2 came out, David Robinson was in his playing days, waiting in line, couldn't figure out how to get into the game, into the theater, right? It's like, got 5 minutes to go. Everyone's turning around as we're waiting. Sure enough, it's Dave Robinson. He walks by, people start clapping. He blushes, smiles. He signs a couple autographs really quick and moves on. Had a bunch of kids with him. So he must have had some kind of kids watch Terminator 2 kind of thing. Yeah, there were a bunch of kids, took pictures with him and stuff like that at the end of the row where they had the Terminator stand-up poster, right? Why'd I mention that? Just David Robinson. We all love him a little bit more, don't we? Anyway, but there's the next star power was Dalton Sturm. Didn't realize it was Dalton Sturm standing there on the sidelines. I was like, man, who is Kevin Brown talking to? Right, he's our ops guy, Kevin Brown. He's talking to this guy for a lot. Who is this guy? I didn't recognize him. So Dalton's a little older now, putting on a little bit more weight. Not saying he's heavy, just putting on more weight, right? He's not in playing shape anymore, of course. And the Roadrunners committed a penalty. All right, Roadrunners, let's button it up. You know, people started cracking up when I said that around us. And then he even turned around and laughed. I was like, hey, Dalton Sturm. He came over and shook my hand. I asked him how he's doing. Think about that. I mean, just saying. But it was good to see that we're seeing all these Spurs players, former Spurs players, recording artists and stuff like that showing up. There was a recording artist there, Austin Mahomes. Everyone's like, wait, is he related to Pat Mahomes? Is he like the cousin? Is he the good cousin or the good brother? Anyway, that's what you guys know the story about Pat Mahomes and his brother. Anyway, it was good for a chuckle during the game. But another thing that UTSA did, and I buy into this, was, I complained about getting rid of the third quarter, start of the fourth quarter promotion of Come and Take It. The one thing about the Come and Take It was, yes, it's kind of a San Antonio thing. It does. It is, right? But it's really more of a Gonzalez thing. But it still fits into the whole Texas thing. But it's really not UTSA. Well, they unveiled a Let's Go 210 flag, which is perfect. Because I personally will never answer let's go with 210. Now, when we sang our alma mater, right? I did scream out 210, just it's the first and only time because I want to show my support for this marketing thing. It's blue and it says let's go 210 on it. It's really neat. Nothing I like about it. It's blue. So we are already, by picking blue, we're distancing ourselves a little bit more from Austin, right? Look, we're navy, orange, and white. Okay. So we got three primary colors. It's in our charter, right? We have to have orange because we're a UT school system school. So UT RGV, you look at that, but it's not, they don't use orange very much. They got those wonky colors, right? And almost like Fiesta colors, but they throw orange in there. So anyway, that's some of the things I wanted to talk about, but I love the promotion for the music that they used for AC/DC Thunderstruck, and they finished it with the line in AC/DC is, in Texas, yes, in Texas we'll have some fun. You look it up. That's how they finished it. And then the promotion was over, fourth quarter started, right? We had to get back to playing football. But really cool. I liked it. The kids seemed to like it. The final thing I wanted to talk about, a little disturbing. Now, we said we had over 25,000 in attendance. It didn't look like 25,000 to me. Now, do I have an issue with it necessarily? No. It's a weird time of the year right now, right? Did we have 23 to 22? Yeah, we did, right? I would like to see more people in the stands. I really would. I would definitely love to see us sitting at 28, 29. But when you settle in, you realize, the best UTSA can go is 10 and 2. You kind of get the consequences of success. Josh Pate on 24/7, Late Kick Live, 24/7 Sports, he talks about it. How do you handle the consequences of success, right? You're winning now. How do you handle taking care of your team as a fan base? How do you handle your team constantly winning? Do you get a little complacent, right? And maybe we did a little bit, right? So who knows? I just wish there had been more. We should be sitting closer to 30. I think it would be a bigger statement for any conference looking at the next team to join them for the next conference realignment. Although, with that being said, I don't see much more conference realignment unless you see, well, not at the P5 level. I mean, I see the P5 level losing a conference and being exactly what it is. And I have a feeling going forward, you're going to have P5, G5. And we may have a G5 playoff system. We could have it right now. Wouldn't you like to see it? I think it'd be cool. It's not really a second tier because we have the same amount of scholarships. Remember, FCS only has 67 scholarships. We're allowed 85. But even when they expand to 12 teams, how many G5 schools do you think are going to get in there? You think they're going to let all conference winners in? No way. It's not going to happen. Here's what will happen. Let's take this year, for example. Let's just look at the Big Ten and the SEC. Big Ten has 2 teams already going. They literally will not be invited under a 12-game thing. That's 2 of the 12. You're going to have the winner and then the second place team. You're guaranteed Ohio State and Michigan right now. The SEC, who are you guaranteed? You're guaranteed LSU. You're guaranteed Tennessee. And you're guaranteed Georgia. There's 5 of the 12. Now you throw in the Big 12 winner. There's 6 of the 12. Throw in the ACC winner. There's 7 of the 12. Throw in Big 12 number 2. Throw in ACC number 2. Now we're getting to as they say, nut cutting time, right? Then you throw in the Pac-12 winner. Now you're at 9 of the spots. Think about my scenario. You're at 9 of the spots already. So you throw in the best G5. Now, a G5 will always make it under 12 teams. They're going to have to. But how many more past that? Who would you throw in at the G5 level? Notre Dame's going for sure every year. All they got to do is win 10 games, and they will put Notre Dame in the playoffs. So who are you throwing in? Maybe Liberty? Maybe Coastal Carolina? The Mountain West champion? If they're good? I'm just saying, at best, you'll ever see, unless there's complete chaos. But remember, complete chaos also means that's happened at the G5 level. You've never had complete chaos and had multiple G5 schools like go undefeated and not play each other, right? It just hasn't happened. Something to think about. But if they go to 12 and they offer the highest rated G5 and there's an outside chance a second G5 goes in, well, I'm good with it. But if they're not going to do it, which I don't think they will, remember, this is ESPN. They care about eyeballs. And ultimately, butts in the seats. Ultimately, butts in the seats. So then there's the bowl games. Remember, they already used the bowl games, right? That's why they call them New Year's Six. They already used the bowl games except for the championship game. So just think about it. So that's what I'm saying. If they go to 6 at the G5 level, or even 4, how many more do you need at the G5 level? That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? You would automatically throw in UTSA, Liberty. I don't think anybody in the Mountain West is really tearing it up. Maybe they are. Coastal Carolina, right? You got your 4. You probably have a very solid, competitive 14 playoff. G5 playoff. Man, I tell you what, if I ever won Powerball of $2 billion, I would put it in motion. I would put it in motion. $1 million to each school that goes for the first round, $2 million for making it to the second round. You don't think they'd take that money? You don't think the conferences would take that money? It'd be better than going to the bowl games they go to. If you're in Conference USA, how much money are you making in ad revenue right now? TV revenue. You want me to remind you? $500K. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And why I didn't mention UCF or didn't mention Houston or Cincinnati is because they're leaving, right? So we got to think about next year, looking forward. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Anyway, peace out, y'all. It's Monday. Got 2 videos in. Going to have 3. Going to do a Bryce preview. Oh, one thing I wanted more to say. The only way we don't host, if you look at everything, the only team that can match us in conference record is FAU. We would still have one more victory overall, and we still would have played the harder schedule in Conference USA by the sheer fact they played Charlotte and we didn't. We also didn't play each other, but just saying. Any other school that would tie us, that has a chance at tying us in conference record, we've already beat head-to-head. That's WKU. How we don't host. The only way we don't host is if they pull some kind of silly willingness like they did with Marshall and Rice and some obscure rating that somebody thinks FAU, is better because something. FAU didn't win any game out of conference except for Southeastern Louisiana. We at least beat Army. Anyway. All right. Peace out, Road Runners. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, whatever. And get your friends to follow the channel. And if they don't want to follow the channel, get new friends. No, come on. It ain't that hard. Peace out. Boo! 47-yard